I was at Mountain Drive, or a house like Mountain Drive, outside in the front yard, and I was standing there, and it was like almost like I was in a fake reality or a fake something or other. And I could feel this force that was beyond the clouds, beyond the blue sky. And it seemed to be coming towards me, going around me, and seemed to be finding its way. It's almost like I was at the center of a black hole, and this force was reaching down and into me, into where I was, like like fingers. Like there's coming in from the sides, there's coming in from the tops, and it was just coming around and in and penetrating where I was and how I was. It was like time wasn't moving for me. I was in a paradox or a bubble of some kind or something, and I had been there for, I guess, a long time. And some said it was for my protection. Anyway, some said that this force was going to kill me, and it was coming in, and it was like millions or trillions of somethings, and it was coming in through the paradox or whatever it was, coming to find me, like from all sides, and from the top, from the sides, and I could almost feel it just penetrating and going through it down to me. And I didn't mind the company, and that's when she or it started talking to me, asking me about who I was, what I was, and I was very open with it and very honest. And at least I think it was. Anyway, and pretty sure it was. Anyway, and we talked for a little bit, and then she said, "Oh," and then things changed or something. I don't really know. Like I said, it was weird because I knew I was in a bubble, or that time wasn't moving for me, and this life formed or these life forms were coming in from all sides and finding their way down to me. I wondered what they wanted. They seemed to be black. And I got the feeling someone or some people thought that they would kill me, but I mean, I'm the creator of humanity in nine races, and I was a billion trillion years old, so I mean, like, either I'm going to be dead by now or I'm not. So it's like, oh well, you know? So, I mean, anyway, though, this massively powerful force, or forces, was coming to find me. And they found me. So, and that was some point in my existence, some time ago. Anyway, it was really weird because, like, at first it couldn't get in, and then it kind of started coming in. I guess it felt like it was coming in from the sides or from the past, and even from the future, and even just right down to me. Like, it was weird. It was very strange, and I don't know. I didn't mind the company because I felt like I was alone for a long time. So anyway, I actually consider them friends, really. So yeah, I mean, there was a point in time in my life. I was at Mountain Drive, and it was like time wasn't moving. I was out front. Everything kind of felt real, but felt somewhat fake, or just, I don't know. It just seemed like time really wasn't moving for me. And like I said, it was really weird because I felt like I was in a bubble of some kind and protected, or at least separate from existence. I don't know. Anyway, they found me. Like I said, when you're the creator of a race or nine races, generally you're found. I mean, you can't really be as old as I have been and like the person that I've been. I mean, like, I've always been a great person. I've always been, someone who cared, and I was always someone who liked to get investigations and have people know transparency. Like, I was this, I was just creator to races and leader to millions or trillions of life forms and planets, 400 planets or more. And, my people had loved me very, very, very much. And I had loved them just as much. Like, I mean, some of the things that they did, long after I was dead, they had these film vaults and they were just looking at the films and just trying to piece it all back together. What happened over the last couple thousand years. And doing archaeology. Even when I didn't ask them to look into the past, they looked into the past. Like I said, they found me. And even without loss, even without America, even without humanity practically, they found me. I said, when you're creator of 9 races, or the person I was, my life forms always found me. That's one of the things that I loved about the insects, that I loved about humanity, that I loved about the AI. They always found me. I mean, I couldn't have run from them even if I wanted to. And I wouldn't want to. I mean, they were my children. They were my friends, my companions. Like I said, for millions or thousands of years, me and humanity, or me and the insects, we did for the hive. We did surviving together. If I died, they died, and vice versa. When you if you're one of these mega awesome, amazing leaders, or mega awesome, amazing creators, like, you get this bond with your life forms. It's more than just, it's where, you are their father, you are their creator, you are their leader, and they're your children, and you love them and they love you, and it's like, it can be this unbreakable bond. And I've talked about this before, but it's it's wonderful, to be a creator. When you're actually a real creator, and actually a real, when you actually created life, or life forms, like, they're everything to you. I mean, it's your life, it's their life, it's surviving. I mean, sometimes they do worship you, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you're just friends. But either way, I mean, if you're someone like I was, and I was one of the greater ones. Like I said, I was that creator. I stuck with my life forms through thick and thin, to death do us part, basically. I wouldn't give up on them, and they wouldn't give up on me, and it was just like one of those things, like, you shout for the hive, or whatever, for the colony when you go to war, if you go to war, but we didn't really do that much. Mostly it was just about problems. So I mean, like, whenever we faced a problem, we faced it together. They faced it with me, and vice versa, and all that. Like I said, I led life forms for thousands or millions of years. It's just who I was, what I was. I was one of those great, great leaders. I was a good inventor too, so always, never, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to be a good inventor. So, and a great leader. Anyway, I mean, you see it in Westinghouse, you see it in Germany, you see it all throughout humanity, where, like, build the houses, build the farms, build the factories, and have civilization. So, and there's civilizations of insects. They do a civilization their own way. There's civilization kind of nanotech. Like I said, the insects buildings were outrageous, like almost to the sky. But at least when I was with them, I don't know. It was so long ago, and it was so, I miss them in many ways. Like I say, I missed my insect races, or my insect life forms. I love them. It was almost like they were a part of me and I'm a part of them. And so when I was separated or not with them, it hurt me, and I missed them. Anyway, I didn't know if they missed me or not, so I was just gone, they said. So, anyway.